Struggling with getting your mastermind up and running and how to lead it? Take advantage of my 26 plus years of running mastermind groups flawlessly. Well, almost all the time. Have you ever had trouble gathering your group, getting them all to focus in on a question? This is what I will tackle today. Today, I will share with you some of the insights that I'm teaching other people how to do so they could run and lead their own mastermind group. Pay close attention because I will have a plan for you once you stick with me for this recording. All right, if you know already now that you'd like to know a little bit more about this, there's a link for you right in the description that you can click on. So go there right now. If not, continue watching and I'll teach you more. So I gathered this group of 4 people to teach them how I do my mastermind. There are 3 guys and 1 woman. So one of the things I wanted to do, you get 15 minutes of fame, as I call it, where they get to go through some of the things that they're working on. Maybe they want to be, number 1, held accountable for something that they said they would do by next week, because we do the meetings once a week. So they would write it down in a document so it's measurable, time specific, and also achievable. And we like to say they do it in a scale of 1 through 10, and the scale, they need to be so assured that they can reach that accountability promise that it would be an 8 on their list of being able to achieve it. So you don't want to set goals that are so tough that you won't achieve them. It's more important to achieve your goals. So that's one of the things that we're doing, and people are actually enjoying it and they're actually seeing some progress. Then the second thing on their list of their 15 minutes of fame is to talk about some wins that they have. We always want to start with wins because that's where people enjoy talking about something that they actually accomplished, and it starts the whole call off on a positive note. So that's why we thought that would be very, very important to have right up front. Then they might talk about something that they're challenged with, something that they're having a problem getting up and running with. So that's also very important because we want to use and leverage the other people in the group and get them to also take a look at your situation and see if they can help you. And so in the beginning, it takes a little while to get people warmed up. And that's why these masterminds are so important. They last over a longer period of time, and every member in the group actually gets to speak. That's why I subscribe to the 4 to 6 people model, where everyone gets their 15 minutes of fame and get to know each other on a whole other level. Then one of the other things that they want to cover, if they can, something of value to the other members in the group. That's very important because we're all sitting on different techniques, systems, or something that really works for us. Why not share the insights of what it is that you're good at with the other people, and maybe really tell them in detail, here's how we can apply it to your situation, because we're all in a different, situation with our business and circumstances and teams that we're working with. All kinds of things are different. So maybe the other person that has enough experience using that technique or system can help them to implement exactly how they can do it for themselves. So that's why this is important. Then, of course, you want to, during your 15 minutes of fame, you are going to talk about your goals for next week. What is your target? Is it something you want to be held accountable for that you're struggling with getting done? And why is that so? So you want to talk about that and maybe ask the group for advice. Here's what I'm going after. How would you tackle it? Or what have you done that's similar that could help me in this endeavor where I'm going after this? So that's, you want to leverage off of your group and get different viewpoints from all kinds of different angles and experience levels. And that's exactly what it is. In one of our members in our group, he's a very young guy, but he's very enthusiastic and very full of energy. So he is going at it very quickly and not really thinking about it too much. He just executes, which is great because at least he gets started. Is he missing the mark sometimes? Of course, but who doesn't? But at least he gets started. And that's the key thing with most things. Just like me making this video here too, I'm saying, heck, I'm just going to record. I want to start talking. Hopefully something good comes out of it, right? Hopefully I'm able to impart some knowledge to you or inspire you to do something about your thing. So that's why it's important to take the first steps. Always do that. And I have a story I've told a few times before, but imagine yourself walking into a tunnel, and the tunnel is actually curved. So when you're standing outside the tunnel, you can't see through the tunnel because, it's curved, either left or right. So when you start walking into the tunnel, that's when you start seeing, oh, there's actually an intersection in the tunnel, or there's a door to the left, or there's a roundabout. So all these things can happen only by you taking the first step. That's how you happen to see it. And you won't see it until you start taking those first steps. And that's why most people that are successful, they literally flip a coin. Let's say they have 2 alternatives. They flip a coin and they say, okay, heads, I go this way, tails, I go that way. and then they just take the first step. Even Magnus Carlsen, the famous Norwegian chess player, he flips a coin as to which first steps he's going to take when he has a choice of 2 steps, and he just flips a coin and he goes with it. So anyway, so that last step has to do with the accountability. Is that something that you want to do? Is that something you feel that is going to take the next step forward? I don't know. You know better than me. Some people are hesitant about doing that. Some people are not afraid of doing it. And I think you should have the attitude to say, why not put it down on paper? Give yourself a challenge. Do the best you can, and then just go for it. So this first meeting that I had with this group of people that I'm doing a little pilot project with, it was the second meeting yesterday. We have 2 more to go. And people are starting to warm up to each other. I'm teaching them also to show up on time. And also, I'm also teaching them how they can interact with the other person, whether they are presenting or not, but not talk about per se their own issues that they want to solve. More like if they want to relate something that they've been through that's related to them, obviously, then they can talk about that as long as it helps that other person. So a couple of times I've had to kind of butt in a little bit and say, hey, listen, it's not about you now, it's about them. Oh, okay, sorry. So because people get carried away. So as a timekeeper / conductor, if you like to call it that way, you need to kind of listen out for that and try to encourage people to focus in on them. Some of the things that I feel that might be missing a little bit is that some note taking during our calls. I don't see too many taking active notes. So when I'm in my other masterminds, when, for example, Chung is speaking or Peter, I write down in a Google Doc what it is that they're struggling with or working on or need, or what I can help them with once I have a moment to interact with them. So that's one of the things that is very important, to have a document that you can either type or do handwriting things to give yourself some key notes that you can follow up with quickly and give value right there and then on the phone. And if it's something that you think about later or that you have to go get later, make sure you follow up with them as soon as possible. That's actually one of the things that happened yesterday. I posed a question and I said, is there anyone here that wants to be in a hot seat? And I'm not sure if they kind of knew exactly what I meant by a hot seat, but some of them did. And then I said, well, basically you record yourself, or you sit in a chair and you tell us within 2 to 3 minutes something that you're struggling with. One problem, not many, one problem that you want to go after. And you lay it out what it is that you want to do for your business, in your industry. Be as specific as you can. And what it is that you're hoping to achieve with it and why you're doing this, so that we have some meat on your issue, so to speak, that we can think about. Then the next week, we will, each of us, have thought about it, written stuff down, come with suggestion, and then we put that person in front of the room again and we start giving feedback and suggestion and have a dialogue with them. It's more so not so much a dialogue per se. We could be asking clarifying questions during the week, but we're more coming with solutions and insights that could help them. And then when this person has received all of their feedback from all the other members, they will then repeat back, I like this, I like that, here's what I'm going to do by next time, or here's what I'm going to do by such and such a date. And then we can also start holding that person accountable for that, but we want to hear what it is that they took away from us. What was their big takeaway? So that's one thing that I thought was very important. We didn't pick a person yesterday, but I said you have until today, I think it's another 4 hours away, to submit a video where they can then be the hot seat person. And I said it's first come, first serve. We're only doing one person. And then we can test it out, because it's a powerful, technique to really isolate one issue and help a person a lot. And guess what? We all learn a lot by giving to that other person and helping them as much as we can. So I'm very excited to see if somebody steps forward. But I already gotten some questions about the forum, because I have a 7-page document that talks about the hot seat system or steps. And then they have a form that they fill out and pinpoint their thing. So they need to fill that out. But in addition, record a video where they talk about it for 2 to 3 minutes max. and that's it, one problem. So let's see if they can stay focused. And that's one thing you want to work on as well. With me, if you're interested in learning how to do the hot seat, I have some amazing documents on that. Just click on the link below, and then we'll take it from there. And thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this inspired you to do your first mastermind, and hopefully I was able to be of some help. So I'll see you on the other side. Here's that famous high five. High five to you.